Almost there, almost there. Bam, we live. Good evening. Hey, ladies. Where
Hey girl,
Kayla go?
hey.
Hey. Let me make sure our view right so they can see all of us. Okay. So good evening. Welcome to Sis Be Real. Um, I'm not seeing my good sis faces down here, but we deep off in this thing today, y'all. We got five of us on here. I love it. And we got a special guest that'll be joining us. Her name is Taff. She is the owner of Catwalk Boutique here in Las Vegas. She is on Sahara and Valley View. Yeah, and she's open to midnight. Yeah. Yeah, I know people when they come to Vegas, send them her way. Open to midnight, black owned business. I'm just saying, I'm trying to plug her real quick. But tonight we'll be talking about our superwomen status. So we'll talk about what that means, how that affects our relationships, and kind of how to prevent what is called the superwoman syndrome. I didn't even know that was an actual term until like recently, and it is. So I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves. I am Sharita Gibson, um, here in Las Vegas, of course. Y'all know me, y'all know my background. I got Carkila, I have Arisa, I have Kayla and Kelly all on here with us today. And we just plan to keep it real. We are in the middle of tax season for us, just beginning. So if we look crazy, just know that we grinding for y'all. I'm just saying. We don't judge us. Um, but let's hop into some very interesting questions. We know that I'm going to tell you the definition of superwoman syndrome because again, I didn't even know that this was a thing. Huh? Oh, you definitely got it. You definitely got it. Okay, so Superwoman syndrome, Superwoman was actually a term coined by Marjorie Hansit Shavitz in the Superwoman syndrome to denote a woman who copes successfully with the demands of career, marriage, and motherhood. And we all know that balancing all of those many hats that we wear, it's hard. And sometimes that makes us women, it makes us the bitter women. It makes us so many other things because we carry so much, right? Um, and it affects all of our relationships. Like if you, I know me personally that it can be overwhelming. It causes me to be very irritable. I be ready to click on people. But it's like the expectation of it all. How do you manage that? So we'll go through each one of us, and I want you guys to just tell me three different hats that you wear, just to show that many women wear this hat, this Superwoman cape. I'm gonna call it that. Um, Many women wear this cape, and many don't even know that that's what they are. It's just it feels like something else while we're doing it. So, um, three of the hats that I wear in my life. I must be a counselor. I'm telling you, people just try to dump all this stuff on me. Uh, I am the mediator in my house between the kids. And I am, of course, the wife moms, in the household as well. So we know that that's like 15,000 things in each one of those titles. But those are three of the ones that that resonate with my life. What about you, Carkila? What are three hats that you wear in your life?
My I'm thinking my wheels was turning while you was naming off yours. Entrepreneur and mom straight hashtag mom life, sports mom, all that, all those. And then I'm a minister, so it's like people, my family, if I get on my cousin, because the Lord ain't delivered me from my mouth like that. Like they're like, oh, you supposed to be saved, you supposed to be a minister, stuff like that. So I have to be like on a whole nother guard. Like watch. That's my three.
Okay. Well, Kayla, since you unmuted already.
Um, I would say mother, parent, family member, kind of like the glue that holds the family together. The banker, everybody comes to me for like all a financial. Can you hold this money for me? Or do you got some money to borrow? Or what do I do about this and that and the other? And of course, we are entrepreneurs here as well. So more so the person who people aspire to be or, look up to that, they feel like they can go to, and no matter what they're doing in life, to get guidance on how they can grow.
Okay. Arisa?
Okay, I would say mom, of course, business owner and coach.
Okay, I love it. And Miss Kelly.
Definitely a mom. I'm gonna say I'm a nurse also because my children get hurt a lot. And a mediator because my children always fighting, so I have to be a referee in
Of
here.
course. Of course. And what about you, Tab?
Oh, a mom,
Mom.
a bonus mom.
Oh.
That's a whole nother subject.
Okay.
A bonus mom. If you can smack them down like you really can smack yours down. Because it in itself is hard and it is another job.
Yes.
So a mom, a bonus mom,
Mm-hmm.
the business owner, and overall just the superwoman.
Yeah.
And superwoman need her cake dry clean sometimes. Flat out.
I love that.
I really do. Like I need to dry clean right now. You see, I must be venting for a reason. It's driving me crazy. It's just a lot that we
too
take
much
on.
for sis right now.
Yeah, it's too much. The bonus parent is the number one to me.
Ooh, that's a
You
whole
can't control them like you can, but it's like
it's different.
yours you can
Right.
and kick. The other ones you got to go, oh baby. So that's a lot fakeness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to get that up off my chest, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm a bonus mama of some girls. Their mama's not in their life. So we got full custody of them. So that's all I gotta say.
So we're gonna make that an episode so we can talk about
Yeah,
that.
that need to be a
Have a
whole
lot
other
to say.
episode.
Yes, it is. We're gonna make sure you on that one,
Yeah.
Tab. Awesome. If you are watching us on Facebook Live, drop in the chat some of your hats that you wear as Superwomen. We'd love to see them. If one of you guys could take a look at the comments and let us know. Yeah, you can share it.
How you do it?
Oh, I gotta make sure she in the group.
Can anybody see in the group? Like when you share it?
Private.
You can't share in the group.
Yeah,
You
she
can't
Okay.
share.
in the group.
Okay, so only gotta be the group that's watching it.
Right.
And then when you upload it later on, people can see
You
it.
can watch it on
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Okay, awesome. So, knowing that we wear so many hats, you guys, I want you to tell me how it affects your life in a positive way. Okay, I want you to think about this for a second. And wearing so many hats, how does it affect your life in a positive way? And then we'll talk about the negative ways to counter that, because we know it's probably a nice little list. So I have to think about this for myself too. I mentioned, so for me, you guys, in a negative, look, I want to get right to the negative. So the positive ways, I believe it helps me be more fair. And when I say fair, I'm saying that knowing that I'm so many things, I can be different things to like my children. So it allows me to still show them attention when necessary and split my time amongst them equally and fair. I'm big Libra, so everything got to be balanced and fair to me, you guys. So I think that's one of the few ways, because it's not too many I could think of that, like in a positive way.
The way.
What
I mean, to me, if it wasn't from wearing and doing all that, I probably would have been broke down. Like it built me to be stronger. I mean, that's good and bad because people always think you're okay when you just be going to bust out and cry. So it made me stronger or be able to deal with it because I'm used to it.
Right.
That's kind of bad too, though, because I mean everybody think you're gonna be okay, but you just deal with it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be okay, but you're gonna deal with it. You're gonna keep going.
You turned the positive into a negative.
That's what I'm saying. Or the negative to a positive, because it's like you just go. You don't want to.
Right, but you have to. You gotta.
I mean, even with grief, like when my brother passed, I literally didn't stop. But I was crying in the inside. Because I'm like, I gotta still go to this job. Everybody's still banking on me. I had these clients, I had these kids, I had this husband. You still gotta keep going. And you gotta save face for your kids and everybody around you, because if they see you crying or see you sad. So basically just strong.
So can you say productive?
Yeah.
It makes you productive.
Yeah, and be able to keep going. Yeah. Even though you want to not get up, you're gonna do it because you got these people depending on you and around you. So you the warrior, you the hero, the superwoman.
The superwoman.
Yeah.
What y'all say? What y'all?
Yeah.
Kelly,
Definitely. I think, although I didn't name, I didn't even get into any depth of how many hats that I wear, because I do wear a lot of hats, but it made me extremely versatile to where I believe I could do anything I want. And just like she was saying about being strong, I don't get sick. I can't get sick. I can't afford to be sick because I have too many people that's depending on me. You know, I can't afford to do those things, and I can't afford to allow my kids to see me vulnerable.
And that's crazy. You know? We always say we can't afford. Like I can't afford to get sick. I can't afford to cry. I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's good and bad, because I mean you're human.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What about you, Kayla? Arisa?
For me, I would say it makes me very productive. I love taking a negative thing and turning it into a positive. It gives me my drive. It gives me my focus. So, like, for instance, being a teen mom, you know, I had my son when I was 16 years old. I was like, okay, well, that gives me the motivation to graduate, but not just graduate, but graduate with honors to show people that you can do it. It gave me the motivation to go to college. It gave me to get my degree. It gave me the motivation to purchase my home at 28 years old. So I always take everything negative and turn it into a positive. Even when it comes to, like, you know, music, I like to listen to a lot of music that's like, I don't know, I would say it's negative music, but it hype me up and get me going and make me just go rah and do what I got to do to keep that drive and that energy, you know, because you can't stay in there. We human, we gonna break down, we gonna cry, we gonna feel some type of way, and that's okay, but you just can't sit in it. You can't sit in it, because if you sit, ain't nothing gonna get accomplished. It's like on the airplane when they say, you know, you gotta put your mask on first, then to help everybody else. If you're not taking care of yourself, you can't help nobody. A lot of us
don't do it. I don't take care of me first.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like universal. Like, we'll talk about why it's like that, but I want to give Arisa and Quarkila, did you say? Yeah, to tell us how it's affected you in a positive way.
So for me, it definitely, I want to agree with both of the young ladies. It definitely made me resilient, because if it wasn't for all of the hats that I wore, I was definitely folded and probably gave up, tapped out long time ago. It helped me to be multifaceted, and it helped me to multitask better, so I can focus on different things and dominate in different areas. So definitely, because of all the people and things that are dependent on me, I know that I have to keep on going no matter what.
I see. Quarkila, did you go?
No, I hadn't went yet.
Okay.
It helps me like be like more mentally strong and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I can't give up, because like if I give up, then everybody gonna give up. Or you know, if I let them see me down, then what? Then it builds my faith, because if everybody, I feel like everybody depend on me and I'm depending on God, then I can just show them like this is how I keep going. Like this, I still have bad days, just like you. You know what I'm saying? I just have to go cry in the shower, like, you know, I have to go, you know, decompress somewhere else, or just do it a different way and still keep going. It like Kayla and everybody else said, it's like momentum. but it could be good and bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Have you ever had somebody tell you, like, girl, every time I see you, you always got a smile on your face?
Not
You
me,
know?
because I always look
Always
like
me. Always me.
Like, for a fact. You
How
know,
you
like
always
it's
do
never
it. I
a bad
just
day
do
for
it.
you. It's
Right.
never a bad day.
I want to be one of those people. I want to be one of
I,
the, like, I
I
have
just
my moods
somebody
and then I'm
just
back
told me
to it.
that today. Somebody just told me that today, and I just was
Yeah,
like,
what?
well, girl, if you only knew,
You
you
wanna
know,
say?
if you only knew.
Baby, I can cry with a smile on my face. I'm cold at it. It'd be the fakest smile ever.
I'm crying right now.
Okay,
Just
me
from
too. So I wanna talk about how did we become this, right? Where did you learn it from? Let's talk about where you learned it from. Because we all came from different backgrounds, right? I just want you to tell everyone how you feel like it's how we became, how it became to be the expectation of women to hold on to like to so many different roles. Like, what do you think causes
I know what mine came.
or produces super women? Well, you go first, Kelly.
Yeah, I definitely I grew up around my grandmother, you know, looking at my grandmother. My grandmother didn't know how to read. She learned how to read in her 30s. Read.
Wow.
And she would read a book every single day. When she didn't go to school, she didn't go to school past the age of 5, I believe. Never learned how to read, but she taught herself how to read. And I watched my grandmother. She worked in the shrimp factories, you know, from Louisiana. She always had a garden. She was just an ordinary superwoman, but I always watched her. And despite her disabilities that she had because she couldn't see, she couldn't hear, you know, despite those disabilities, she never stopped going. And she was one of the best cooks ever, y'all, and could not see.
Wow.
You understand? So and me being around that truly built my character and helped me be the superwoman that I am today.
Okay,
Yep.
Granny.
Yours came
Yes.
in a great positive way. That was good. Because some of ours come in a negative way where you just push to the end of the mountain and is either you're gonna fall down there or you gotta keep going.
I would tell
So
us about
yours came, that was very good. Mine came because my mom was on drugs and I had to make it do what it do.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? From a very young age. It's like I had to.
So by default, kind of.
And just kept going. It's like, don't make me cry.
I know I'm gonna cry. I'm crying tonight. I'm just saying. I know.
Baby, y'all know how hard it was for me to hold them tears. My grandmother just passed away last year.
Wait a minute
That-
now. I ain't
it
know
was-
coming to a counseling session. Wait a minute. I'm
Baby.
gonna start crying. I was
It was
forced.
hard. I had to
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, I was forced.
You was forced. Okay,
I
so
was forced.
mine came from seeing not seeing my mama, yeah. Like my mom was it was 8 of us. I don't have any memories with my mama. She was always working. I hope she's not watching.
Oh my God, I hope
I
my
hope she
kids
not
don't
watching.
feel like that.
My mama was, I can't tell you what my mama favorite anything was. I can't tell you I can't tell you too much. I really can't. But she taught me that you really can't rely on anybody else.
Oh my God.
That you gotta do it yourself for it to be right. And everything that you want, you can go get. You just gotta work hard. So while I didn't see her, the things that I did see helped me be who I am right now. So that's mine. That's mine. I'm sorry, yeah.
Right. That's fine.
Whoever can go next. I'm about to wipe my face because I look ridiculous. But go ahead.
Listening to you say that, it make me want to change who I am and how I am with my kids. That's how I am. I would hate for my kids to grow up and feel like I ain't there.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Yeah. Kayla, you can go next.
I'm still crying, but I will go. Mine's kind of a combination of both. So my mother had me at 14 and my grandmother raised me. So I watched how hard she worked to take care of me, my siblings, my cousins, everybody, you know. And then on top of that, my mother was on drugs. So I had to figure it out, because if I didn't figure it out, who gonna take care of my brother? You know? So I had to do what I had to do and grind to get to where I wanted to be.
Mm. Mm. I feel you. I feel you.
Y'all should have gave me a heads up that we are gonna be needing some damn tissue today.
That,
So
that
sorry.
part.
What
That
the hell
part.
is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all?
I didn't know I was gonna take my soul to the laundromat today.
Okay, Corkila or Arisa, what do y'all go next?
Arisa's still muted, so I'll go.
She
Mine,
probably crying too.
yeah, y'all just a crying, Lord. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. So mine is like my mom. My mom had me when she was young, and she wasn't. She was like still growing up. She had a lot of like growing up to do. It was like we were growing up together, and I felt like I compare her to other people's moms and how I wanted her to be. You know, like a TV mom. Like I didn't understand the what she had went through and stuff like that, some of the generational stuff, and it took me till um I was probably in my 30s, like the night she had her stroke is whenever I was sitting there like literally testifying to my husband like it's we should forgive our parents. We shouldn't carry, any kind of hatred and stuff like that about like our parents being absent from our lives and stuff like that. We should just be the best parents we could be. And then I got a call from my sister saying our mom was getting airlifted and had a stroke. So like that changed my whole outlook on things. And then also my grandmother, she is the one that like raised me. She's not my biological grandmother or anything like that, but she raised me as like her own. She, taught me and stuff like that. So my version of her, um, seeing her take care of the house, being a homemaker, like she never worked a job, she didn't even drive or anything like that. I got a different version of her than what her biological kids got because she was in prison and like living a rough lifestyle. But by the time I came along, it was like God had placed everything, like it made everything fit into place. Like my mama was too young and my grandma was there, like everything worked out for my good. But as a child, I felt like lonely, like I felt like an orphan because I was at my grandparents' house. So that made me like be a different type of like a different type of strong because I felt like don't let anything happen to my grandparents. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with my parents. Like it built my prayer life because I was around old people. Like, my great grandmother was like 90 something years old and still passing her church and stuff. So I was around like that. It built my faith. Like I remember being like 5 or 6 and you know how they have you write down your mom and dad's name. And I was like, I don't know their name. Like my mama named Mama. I didn't know her name. I didn't know, her real name. She was just in and out. Like, but I didn't understand that stuff. So it's made me like be a different type of parent. I guess I like hug with my kids, but yeah, that's what's made me who I am.
Okay, Arisa.
I think it's like a little bit of everything that made me who I am. Watching my mom, having having us young, being, physically, mentally, sexually, emotionally abused, having her go through that and still having to be a parent to us and raise us and be strong and be successful. And then I think it was me having my first child at 16 as well, because now I have somebody that's dependent on me, right? And I remember getting pregnant. My mom was like, "Oh, you better pray God take that baby because ain't nobody gonna help you." And at that point, like, I had to realize, like, listen, all I got is me, and now I have this baby that didn't ask to be here, that I gotta go get it by any means necessary. So that made me put on my, go getter hat, my resilient hat, my hustler. That just turned my ambition up to a whole nother level because I'm like, listen, I don't have nobody. This child and asked to be here, so I gotta go make it happen. And from then, I just never stopped.
Okay, okay. So earlier we talked about the positive things that wearing so many hats has, like the positive outcomes from being in this position. What's one thing that comes out of it negatively for you? And all of us will answer. Just in case somebody is not even aware that, that they are this. This is a label for you. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, but what's something negative that's come out of you wearing so many hats? I'll let you go first.
I'm never home. I'm never around. Like that's what when you said that, and then even something one day, I'm like, I gotta go hug my kids, like regardless. But then another thing, wait a minute, we on the positive or the negative?
We on the negative.
Okay, well, I can't tell you the good. Okay, I'm sort of. I've been tell you something good because I believe I was brought in these kids' life for a reason. I talked about the bonus kids, but without me, where would they be?
Right.
So back to that. So the negative is not being able to be around or not being able to show up for everybody because you got so many other things. Like I literally told my son, and I'm never gonna forget, I don't care what track field you are on no Saturday, am I ever coming? Because I do her on Saturday. And now that I'm starting thinking about that, that's wrong as hell because I chose making money and being able to take care of us better than him. So I sent people on Saturdays to take him because I couldn't. So I just hope that my kids don't ever resent me and say stuff like I was always at work, and then now we working at midnight. So it's bad. I don't know. I want to start over. I want to start over. I want to start over because it's like I feel like I'm ruining people. I'm helping people. I'm broken. I still feel like I ain't grieved. It's just so much. I'm like, oh my God, it's just I don't know. Shit, I need another meeting. It's a lot. Y'all cannot expect me to get this off right here. I need to come back tomorrow.
For me, it is the deterioration of me. Yeah, like where am I at? Like who am I? Not recognizing me or putting me to a priority where if I keep carrying all this, will I be here tomorrow? Dang, like you that's what like ultimately is my well-being. And it sounds so selfish.
No, I don't.
But if you really think about it, without me, what still goes on in the capacity I wanted to at the level of compassion that I have, and it doesn't exist. And so it's hard to balance all of that. It's hard to prioritize me and everybody else when we so used to putting me on the back burner. Like
you neglect it.
I gotta fix it because I won't be here to witness my youngest daughter going to prom, or Siani having her first boyfriend or whatever the case may be. For me, that's what my negative is.
What you mean when you say you won't be here?
Like, because we know the burden that causes on our own bodies, the weight of all of that. So you have to look at stress.
Got you.
And if you're not properly having those outlets or the proper help or delegating certain things, and you're doing it all, that's wear and tear on your psyche, like not just your body. And so we know that those are things that cause like a stroke. Those are things that can cause a weakened immune system. Those are things that can cause problems in relationships. Though, it affects so many different things.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So prioritize. So my health, I'm gonna say that in a nutshell, my health is what is negative about carrying all of it.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like well, my mom, she had her stroke at I think she was like 47 or 48. I'm 40. Like that sort of it make me have like fear and stuff like the same feelings and emotions you just express like what if I gotta prepare them for me not being here or them having to take care of me. It was a big deal to me whenever she got sick to for my kids to see that this is what we do. Like if our loved one gets sick or we down, we take care of each other. We become a village, you know what I'm saying? And we all help like until that person is able to, or until they go on and be with the Lord type thing. So that's it. The my mental is like the negative part, and then my I go hard. Like I love my family hard because this is what I built. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we created. This is me. This is what's gonna live on past me. So it might just be like she said. It might just be a AAU game or a basketball wrestling match or whatever. But I had those same feelings when I was working, like in healthcare. I couldn't never be there for my kids and stuff like that. And it was like the years were just ticking and stuff like that. And I had to just make a decision like I'm gonna have to find something to do where I can control the time clock and stuff like and I can be there and stuff. So now when I'm there, I don't care if I get put out the game. I don't care, I'm passionate about mine. That's mine right there. That's my boy. Like, yeah, I don't care if it's band or whatever. Like, I got a son at cheerlead. Yeah, I'm coming to cheer for you too. Like, it's no discrimination. So that could be a negative thing too, because people don't understand that I didn't have that. Like nobody showed up for my game unless it was like, a big game, a rivalry game or something like maybe once or twice a season or something like that. So yeah, that do mean something, to those kids and stuff. And as a parent, it means something to us too, because you try if one bad decision, you could be homeless, you know what I'm saying? To the kid, they don't know you living paycheck to paycheck. So it, you
And
just gotta have that.
If Saturday today I make my money, I can't go to your
Right.
game,
That's
baby.
right. That's
Why you
Right.
right.
can't have it on Monday? You
And
see
I
he
what I'm
can.
might
saying?
he
I
might
ain't
not
thinking about it like
understand it
that.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Right.
might not understand it now, but he will when he have kids. And
I
Right.
pray.
it's just always like a time and a place. We'll get an understanding when it's time for us to understand. Like,
I pray.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with exactly what you said, Carkila, and you about being there with the kids. That's my biggest the negative side of it. I I'm not there as much as I want to, and it broke my heart when my oldest daughter came and told me. She said, "Mama, all I wanted you to be is just at these games." She was just so involved with so much, and I was working so hard. I was, getting out the mud, trying to make money so she's able to get those things that she wanted to. But and it really was like a light bulb going off my head whenever I went to a football game to watch her. And one of the parents came to me and she said, "Kelly, what you doing here? Like what?" Cause but I had a child. I had my son playing football, and my daughter was on the cheerleading squad. What do you mean? Because they never saw me there, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
baby.
I'm just not there. And how dare me? How dare I do that to my children when my mom never showed up for anything for me? You know,
Baby.
It's
next,
learned.
next.
Kelly, like I still gotta talk.
Baby.
And Aretha, look,
Right, like I just finished and wrap this up, and then you want to start back.
well, go ahead, Kayla, because you got to talk now. Look,
I'm
Look,
sorry.
tell her right.
Kelly.
Kelly, I'm like this. Kelly,
Yeah.
I'm like this. I feel you. Yeah.
But in my situation, it was of course, like you said, Kelly, it's the time. Not the negative would be is granted I switched from a 9 to 5 to entrepreneurship, but I'm still grinding so hard where I still don't have the time. Like the first day of tax season, my daughter said, um, all day long you've been doing this. You look up, do you do this? You look up, do this, and you look up, she's like, I fixed dinner, I cleaned up. Like, where you at? But I'm like, I got to pay for this $1,000 party you want to have in a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? For your birthday. So it's the negative would be like still feeling that guilt when people ask you for something, and now I have boundaries up and I have trust issues because I'm tired of being superwoman to everybody. I'm trying
Amen.
to practicing self-care, but
Yep.
you still feel guilty. You still, and I don't care what nobody say. You can act as hard as you want to, but you still gonna feel some type of way when somebody asks you for something, because it's just in you. It's our nature to try to fix and mend things as women. So I would say that's the negative effect they have on me, because you get to a point where you just shut down mentally and you just cut everything off. But if you do that, like you said, you can't keep growing, you can't make no money, you can't do X, Y, and Z, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So for me, it's, a combination of everything, lacking balance, like not having balance to be everywhere, doing everything for everyone all the time. It's the fact that you always have to be so strong because people don't think you ever break. They don't think that you ever fall. They don't ever think that you're weak. They don't ever think that you need help. Like I literally had somebody tell me yesterday, one of my best friends, like, listen, everybody not like you. They don't go through stuff and bounce back just like that. But I don't bounce back. I just have to keep laser focused, right? I don't have time to, moan and grieve and be weak and shut down. I don't have time because literally, if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? So it's like people never feeling like, wow, like you really need the help. They think you're just superwoman all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So very true. It's crazy. And it's not just like family expectation. This is like society's expectation of us as women. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, of course I'm gonna do it. We gonna do the shit. But I don't like it. Not one bit. So like, what do you guys think is something that we always try to give our audience an action item. If it's not something that is a priority to you, how do you balance? Like, what's one way that you guys implement into your daily lives or weekly, monthly, however, to balance it all? Because we know it's a lot. Like without actually breaking down uh every single day or it taking a toll on you in some kind of other negative way. How do you balance it?
Come on, like an outlet or
An
like
outlet, it could be like how do you
like
get
to
it
me,
out?
I don't have one. Like this right here, my outlet. I'm taking my whole soul to the laundromat. Like I don't have one literally. Like I think I'm playing. I'm gonna watch this and cry later on again. I don't have one. Like I don't have friends. Now you can make me cry again. Sometimes I feel like we need sisterhood, but with me, I blocked the sisterhood because I've got stabbed so many times. Like as soon as we moved to Vegas, I thought I had a sister. She stabbed me. Like she didn't stab me in the back, she stabbed me in the face. Remember? For the $5,000. You see what I'm saying? It's like I moved all the way from St. Louis to Vegas. Like I'm gonna start over. I'm about to reinvent this. And you know how people say, no new friend. No, I want some new friends because at the end of the day, I ain't on that. I just want whoever gonna make me happy, and we are equally yoked in something. I keep running across people that's not equally yoked or they have a hidden agenda. So to me, I have no outlet, because the outlet would be your friends, your cousins, your girl time, your you time. I don't have no me time. I don't have no girl time. I don't have one. Period. So that's what it would be. I thought I was gonna find it here. I'm filling out applications to find me a once a month brunch bestie.
We gotta create it. When you can't find it, you gotta create it.
So that's what I'm saying. So to me, we just need a this, and adding with a going out being cute. Just laying in a bed or just something that's just for you. I mean, but I don't have it. I'm just being honest. So that's what's needed for me. If I had that, I feel like I'll be like, oh, okay, next. And then, okay, well, at least I know in 3 weeks I'll be, you know what I'm saying, back in my chill, calm mode, even if it's just a ride up to the mountains or whatever. I'm just saying I don't have it. So to me, it's just you time for you time, but I don't have it.
Well, I can definitely be a person in your circle. I don't mind. I think
Ain't
you're
no circle,
cool.
it's a dot.
Dot. I'm being your dot. For, so no more excuses.
Like
You
sometimes
gotta,
you just want
I
to
mean,
talk
her
to
dot.
somebody besides the for real. Everybody always say talk to God. You talk to God.
You do.
I talk to God. Sick of me. Seriously. You're like, girl, we gotta get you some friends, a sister, or somebody, or either if not God, my husband. Sometimes I feel like he is listening, but he in his head like, girl, shut up. Damn, like I'm trying to watch TV.
But he
But
probably
I'm
don't
trying to
think
get
that.
it out. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, that's our perception.
Yeah, so this right here to me is a way to release, even if it's just not this, just something with going to get pampered. It sounds good doing everything by yourself. It sounds real good for
It's
somebody
lonely
to say.
though.
It sounds really, really good. But so just some type of sisterhood.
Gotcha.
I'll take a gay man. It don't matter. That's what somebody
Whatever.
talks to.
A
I want
sister.
somebody to talk back. Yeah, I want somebody to talk back. So just being able to vent and talk to somebody.
Okay, so for me, I'm like, I don't know, you don't know our history, but all of these ladies on here are not people I've known for my whole life.
So you creating it.
We
You
just met all of these
so
people
you
in the last
creating
5
your release.
So we have a circle,
Yeah.
and I tell them all the time that they are they done seen me, and you know, in different situations, even though they scattered across the United States. Um, they help so much. They don't understand how much they help. Like
Yeah.
I try to tell them and show them, but I'll give them their flowers, absolutely. Because I am here. I just put a post that I'm here by myself. And it's lonely, but we're gonna fix that, right? But for me, that's really all that I have. Like, yeah, I'll go to the gym. Yes, I'll go out to eat by myself. Yes, I'll go get my nails done by myself. That helps me probably enough to get through the next day or two. Only that's it. And sometimes it's I still have those moments where I'm gonna break down in a car when nobody's watching, or go stand in the garage and make sure the kids can't hear me, or in the bathroom with the door shut. Even with doing those things, it's not enough. And I don't know where, like, what hole I need filled. I don't know where to get that matter from to fill those holes. And that's kind of frustrating for me because I don't know. All I know is that the little bit of time I get to spend with myself does help me enough to get through the very next day. I'm gonna say that.
What's her name? Kelly. Just talking to you and having similarities in what I feel and going through. That's just like, oh my gosh, okay, somebody else. Okay, just to listen to everybody a story. I think that's why they have coping groups and stuff like that, that you can cope with. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like this, and just some type of unity with somebody else besides just your damn self and your husband.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah,
It's different. It's really different, right?
Yeah.
We are all in relationships, and it's nothing like talking to a group of ladies that are like-minded in same situations or
Yes.
experience what I experienced, to give you that different perspective from another woman. It's totally different. You can't, like I tell my husband all the time, I can't talk to these kids all day. I'll tell you, I'll drive over here just to get out the house because I cannot. Like,
I got you.
and then they got attitudes, and then they don't understand that why you grinding so hard. They don't understand because they're kids. You can only have so many kid conversations. That's my whole point. My husband don't understand that, but I'm gonna let somebody else go
because we can go all day.
Right.
My outlet is you guys. Why do you think I call the group so much? My outlet is talking to you
We know.
guys.
We know. You know, sis.
Chatting with y'all, just calling the group for no reason.
We know.
Just calling the group for no reason. Just just to see our faces, even if we're not talking just on the screen. For real. That's my outlet.
Ariza will call you just to breathe on the phone.
Make you feel like you're not alone.
Yeah, hang up.
And then hang up.
Where did she go? What the hell?
Right.
It used to be kind of like she was saying, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. It used to be church for me. I don't have a church home here, but like you said, it's kind of like you got to get that energy to fill up and make it through the rest of the week. Sometimes you just need that. So whether it's like you said, some type of group, some type of people that's close. Working out helps a little, it helps out some too, because you can escape plus, get healthy at the same time. So for me, it was like more faith-based. Whenever I did work out, which I don't do often, that did help as well. I like to listen to self-development books, even though they all pretty much say the same dang on thing, but you always hear something different every time you listen to it. And you be like, oh, okay, maybe I need to revert to go back into doing this, and this would make my life more positive and more beneficial. And then music also is a release to me as well, because depending on your mood and your energy, music
Really make a break.
it can change you. And I don't know, I seen something the other day, and it was saying like our DNA is all energy. And that's why when you get around certain people who negative, all of a sudden you just be like, what the heck? And you negative for no reason. When you get around people who smile all the time, then you find yourself smiling. So music has those vibes and those vibrations that can change your mood and whatever you feel. So those are some things that I personally do to escape and get out of that mode. And then, like I said, go hard and take it from there.
Awesome. Who else?
I seen in the comments on the group, one of the girls said, carving out time for yourself and stuff. Like once I book my appointments, when it's time to get my hair done or my nails, my lashes, I'm not canceling those things. Like, like y'all said, I had like the trust issues. Like I was right at the no new friends.
Make it harder because
It's just me. It's just me
We
and my.
made her be our friend. We just kind of forced ourselves on her.
She wasn't ready. But we got her, yeah.
And now she love us. Now she love us.
Exactly. Exactly. So y'all are like my outlet and stuff like that. Like y'all like an extension of my family. Is like have you talked to the bag sisters today? Have you talked to your sisters and stuff? And when there's nothing going on in there, I'm like, I wonder what's going on. Like I pray for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I worry about y'all family and stuff like that. Like even with like stuff going like Aisha lost her dad and Arissa was in the hospital and stuff like that. Like I put y'all in my routine. Like y'all very much a part of my life. And I'm thankful for all of y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel the
Cause
same way.
y'all done seen me at my
Yeah, I'm
craziest.
about to
Like
cry again. The reason crying right
Now,
now.
I truly love all of y'all. I know that
And when you be tagging me in the press stuff, I be watching it in real
I know,
life.
I know that if I'm in any one of y'all cities, I'm welcoming y'all homes. I know my children are
Absolutely.
welcoming y'all homes, and I have proof because my son and his girlfriend stayed in Sharita house. Thank you, sis. You just can't call people and be like, hey,
Aisha daughter
you know what
stayed
I'm
at your
saying?
house.
Yep, Aisha daughter stayed in my house. And that's what we've created, this family that I could trust you with my children. I trust you with my children. You are my sister. One thing that I've managed to change in my household with my children, we have movie night, we have game night, and we even do like cooking sessions together. We'll have like we do our own little cooking shows. And I find that that's just our binding time and something that they could cherish forever. And it'll be us for that moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's definitely it.
Okay. All
Kelly,
good.
start me back up again.
What you say?
Hey, Kelly, don't start me back up again crying.
we sure didn't mean to make people cry today. Like, but if you think about it, it's a release, right? It's a way to get it out. It may only be enough to get you through next week or tomorrow, but it's enough. Like, and if you can go to find a place, I tell people all the time, you can find a place that makes you feel good. Go to that place often, because it's so much negativity and you can't do this, you can't do that in this world. As soon as you wake up, like, you have to find that safe space. So we purposely created a safe space for us, where we can talk about things, and without fear of being judged or looked at any certain kind of way. So I'm super safe here with you guys. I promise if I don't show it, you should know I don't talk to my siblings half the amount of time that I talk to y'all, my birth siblings, just so y'all know how important you guys are to me. my last question for everyone is how has carrying these burdens has it made you more what's the word, more able to identify when somebody else is in need of a release? Like, are you more able to say, "Oh, well, I see that she's, about to tear up. Maybe she needs a hug or a friend." Or are you more susceptible to knowing that that's
Needed.
needed? Yeah, I guess. Does that make sense, you guys? Or do you feel like it keeps you closed off because you're dealing with it on your own? Like, what you say?
That ain't what we do. We're gonna take care of people. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So if we see somebody in need, rather, you see, I was about to start, I know COVID, I'm about to, you see what I'm saying? I was about to hug you. I mean, so just when we see somebody in need, we gonna be there. Like I was about to, especially what's your Kayla, you really almost just took me out. So I wanted to jump in there and hug her. So no, it's not gonna do that. It's definitely gonna help you identify when somebody going through and try and push them, even though you going through. It's a saying I seen on Facebook. I don't remember exactly what they say, but they say something. Have you ever gave somebody emotional speech when your life was torn down? That's what it is, and it is it. Like I ain't gonna even talk about me. You going through what you going through. I want to try and hug you and help you. I'm used to me taking my stuff on, but I see somebody in front of me. I want to try and help you.
I agree with you. Me, I'm such a relationship person. I feel like I can be friends with everybody. I mean, it's a bad side to that too, but but I think it makes me more able to realize when someone is in need. It doesn't deter me away from really anybody unless they done burnt me once or twice. That's the only time you won't see me kind of help that person, make them feel better.
And you're going through what you're going through.
Yeah, always. It's always something that we're going through. So I feel like I attract, remember I said I'm the counselor. I attract people that are broken, probably because I'm just as broken, but I'm a great listening ear. So it just happens naturally for me to be able to kind of soothe somebody when I need to soothe them myself. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the opposite of the spectrum. If I see it, because of my environment that I was raised in and my past, my history, I have trust issues. So say I do see somebody and I feel it. I do feel like I have more of awareness to it. But I'll be like, hey, Sharita, go get him a hug. Because I don't know. I still have that barrier up where I don't feel like I'm the person to come and do it. Now I'll motivate you and talk to you all day long, but I may not physically touch you because I believe in the transference of energy and spirits. I may not physically touch you. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna pray for you from a distance. Cause I don't know what's all.
But you still mean
I
it
do
though.
mean because I'm an
Yeah.
empath and I
You just
live.
little Tony Braxton.
Yeah,
Right.
if I'm not
Don't
prayed
touch
up, me personally, if I'm not prayed up, I will
Yeah.
take on that energy. And
Yeah.
so until I get to that point, I
Yeah.
know it's not my job to go and do that. I talk to you all day long till my face turn blue and pump you up, and I could be committing suicide yesterday. But I'm not gonna
Yep.
go run and to console that person because
Right.
I'm not there yet. Because I've been in that place and I did it, and then I'm wondering why I feel the way I do. And I'm like, you know what? I got to get me together first. Until I get me together, I can't help nobody else. And I'm a licensed counselor. Got my master's degree in social work. But I had to realize my limits and my boundaries.
Got it.
And with me, I truly feel in my mind that everybody is my friend, that nobody can't possibly hate me. And if you talk to any one of these ladies on here, they're gonna say, Kelly, everybody's friend. Kelly, everybody's friend. She always
Kelly
say,
too
I
funny,
say, Kelly, they is not your friend.
too friendly.
Right.
That is not your friend. You are too friendly. And that's just to be honest, you know, I understand that to a certain standpoint, but I truly enjoy people, and I would give my last to someone. Truly, I would truly give my last. Then that's just the type of person I am. I can't understand it. I'm still trying to fight it. It's hard. It's hard for me to say no. You know, I'm that person that will definitely take the extra mile, you know, out for someone. And I'd never expect them to do the same for me.
Ooh, that part.
Yeah, I never want nothing in return when I do something. Never.
What about you, Arisa?
For me, it's both. Um, I'm the person that be like, okay, well, I'm getting through it, then you could get through it. I kind of give that tough love, and then I'll double back and be like, okay, you know, how can I help? Like, express yourself to me. How can I help you? But then I stop them in their track and say, listen, don't come burden me with your issues if we're not going to talk about a solution after.
Yep.
Because that's one thing I despise. Like,
Yep.
you're not going to be talking about the negatives and the problems and just putting all that negative energy out there if you're not immediately going to talk about a solution. Because what you think about, you bring about. And we're not about to bring about all this negative energy, especially if you're in my space, if we're not immediately going to talk about a solution after. So it's like both for me.
Oh, I need to borrow your boundaries. That's what I need to do. Borrow her boundaries.
Me
Yeah.
too. She even yell at people when she message them. She be like, y'all about to do this. I'll be like, why are you yelling at the people?
You can feel it. You can feel it through the message. Like,
they need to do this. Then she'll come back and be like,
Arisa, go tell her something. I dare you. I dare you to go tell him. Okay.
Raquela.
Yeah, I feel you guys with the being an empath and stuff. I've learned to guard myself. That's like when y'all met me, I was like on watch alert, like because I was in a place where I was like, I can't take another like bad friendship, or I can't, you know, I had trust issues and stuff like that. I didn't want people around my husband and all that, all kinds of stuff just going through my mind and stuff like that. But I also learned that like stuff that I went through and it's for somebody else. Like I have to get over like being shy. Like even like my first like OST live, I was like so nervous and they called me like as one of the first people to speak. And I was like, after I done it, I was like, oh, that was nothing that I planned on saying, but you know, I just let the Lord use me. But then it was people like coming up like, oh my God, I've been through the same thing and stuff. And it's sometimes better to go ahead and just release that testimony, but you got to use discernment to know who, you know, because people will try to use that against you and stuff like that. And like, just this has been my safe space. I'm glad we opened it up and people can see that, because I know people were like, do they really get along? Like it can't be all that, like because they see us on the trips and they see the pictures and stuff like that. But we really done like over the past couple years done seen each other go through stuff and
Yeah, I've been doing this for years.
It's grew like we good.
6 years, 5, 6 years, something.
And it'll be people like in my hometown and stuff that like, I wish I had a group of friends like you got. Like, well, how you meet them ladies and stuff like that. Like, I want to be a bag sister and stuff like that. Or it just motivated me and stuff. Like, I know it's somebody else that I try to be the friend that I needed when I was going through, you know.
Yeah. Well, that completes all my questions for the panel. I really hope that this session helped. I really, yeah, for at the end of the day, I really feel like my purpose, part of my purpose is through these relationships that I'm building. I don't know exactly what that purpose is, but I know it's in the field of helping people feel better. I'm gonna just say that I'm calling what I see so far. I've been wanting to do a group setting like this for a minute. You can ask almost all of y'all. Yes. And they just was like pushing me to the back burner. And then finally we just did it. And I'm so happy. Like I got like so happy that we get to have this space. Is there anything that anybody want to share before we let our audience go for the evening? And before I, pull up the next topic for next week.
I was saying if it had some comments in the
Any comments in the chat? I mean,
the people
oh,
watching.
they were just saying they're glad that we chose this platform, and just a lot of stuff. Got to stay woke. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Looking for the flags. Just basically agreeing with what Carkeela was saying and everything, and what the rest of us was saying. Yeah.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
We'll get some positive feedback. So as you guys know, all of our episodes, they're uploaded to our Sis Be Real YouTube channel. We usually have them. I usually have them on there by Sunday. Sometimes I'm lazy, but all episodes, including this one, which is number 6, for us, are will be there for you to view over and over again. You can share those, and other people can view them. However, with that being said, let me go pull up the topic list so we can see what's next on our agenda for next week. 1 second. I think it's pinned.
Let's do smelly cat.
Smelly.
Like coochie cats.
Like body odor issues.
Like stinky coochie.
You want to do that one? Yeah.
A whole hour on that show.
Yeah. I don't know. Next up we had do you have what it takes to be a CEO?
Ooh,
what that would look like is determining if entrepreneurship is for you. We know we have so many demands. A lot of times we want to be there with our kids. Sometimes we want to be in control of our time. We want to be financially free. So is entrepreneurship on the table for you? Would be our next episode. We are all in that place where we decided, right?
Right.
Some of us, it took longer to decide. We'll tell our unique stories on how we became entrepreneurs and some of the things that we went through, how to determine it was time for us, because it looked different for each of us. I would love to have you on that one, Tap, if you're available, with you being an entrepreneur. All her life, yeah. All her life. Like, sis, she's been doing this way longer than me. I'm gonna tell you that. But I think that would be a great one. It's a brand new year. It's a great way to motivate some people to come out of the shell. We've talked about coming off assistance and starting something, building something for yourself and your legacy. Why not? And it's something we can passionately speak on, all of us. So that'll be our next episode. I kind of want Arisa to be the host of that one. I don't know if she's open to that. Arisa, would you be our host for Are You Ready for a CEO?
Perfect host.
Sure, I would love to.
Yes. Perfect.
And this is my first time meeting you. I think you'd be perfect.
We're awesome. That'll be what our next episode is. And at this time, we're a little bit over the top of the hour. We don't want to keep you long. It's Friday night. Be safe out there. If you're that superwoman, make sure you're scheduling some self-care time next week, and do not cancel that appointment. Don't be late to that appointment. And as always, we tell you to
come here to church on Friday night, same time.
And if you don't have that tribe, you have it here with us. So that's my my little advice before we let you go. But it's been an absolute pleasure, Arisa, Kelly, Kayla, and Carkeela. As always, I love you guys.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
See you guys.
Thank y'all for coming to church tonight.
Always remember.
We didn't take up no offering.
Take dry clean too. Always remember that.
Yes. Do what?
Say it again.
Superwoman need her cake dry cleaned.
Oh,
yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so good evening. You ladies stay on so we can recap. I'm going to end the live stream.